Hi everyone, I hope everyone is doing well. In today's video, I want to talk a little bit about the announcement from Ignite as well as show you a quick demo of the new Azure Foundry. I have created a demo where we can now create AI agents in Foundry and deploy them to M365 Copilot. So quickly to show you what we are talking about here. On my previous video, I showed you how Microsoft has now announced a new layer that allows you to govern and control all your agents. So we have Agent 365. So if you go to your admin center in M365, you see this new Agent 365 layer, which basically acts as a single pane of glass to control all your agents and govern all your agents. And when I say all your agents, you can govern agents that are created in M365 Copilot, Copilot Studio, as well as Azure Foundry. And that's what I'm going to show you today. In my previous video, I have showed you how Microsoft has also announced new MCP servers. So under agent tools, you can see there are 9 new MCP servers that you can now use within your agent, no matter where you create the agent, as well as you can use these MCP servers with any other apps that you might be building either in Foundry or in Power Platform. So this is the new way of designing AI first applications. Whether you're creating agents or applications, you can access the same features using these new MCP servers. So just to show you like how the new control pane works, if you come to agents here, and if you go to all agents, here you can see, now I see my Foundry Trip Planner agent. This is an agent that is created in Foundry. And then we have the researcher agent. That's the first party Microsoft agent. And then I have a bunch of Copilot Studio agents as well. So if I just look for one of my agents, you can see these are the agents that I have created in Copilot Studio. So this gives you a complete overview of all the agents that you have within your Microsoft ecosystems. You can also click on them to get more details, so you can see who has access to them, what data is accessed, all your security and compliance controls. All of that information is now readily available in single place, so that you can get a good handle on any new agents that your team members might create within your Microsoft ecosystem. So just wanted to quickly show that. I know there's a lot more details to Agent 365 layer, and we'll get into those details on a separate video. But for today's video, I also wanted to focus on the new features in Azure Foundry. So here, if you have not looked at Foundry recently, you can log in by going to ai.azure.com. This is the homepage, and this is the old UI for Foundry. So you can switch this flag to get the new layout. So in my case, I already had used the new layout. That's why it's giving me that option. But once you switch, this is what you're going to see. So here you can see all your project details. You have the project API key. So this is that concept that I was talking about, where everything now that you build, whether in Copilot Studio or in Azure Foundry, that can be accessed across different agents and different applications. So it's an AI first kind of design principle, where everything you build will have native AI features that you can access across different applications. So coming back to Azure Foundry, so this is the new layout. And here, if I click on this Microsoft Foundry, I should see all my projects. So these are all the projects that I have. Once I select the project, actually, if I click on all resources, this goes back to the old view and it shows me all the resources I have. These are all the projects that I have. So in my case, I have, let's see, just one project for now. And I can click on that project to get into that project. So in this project, I have created, you can see here, different agents. So you can come here, you can click on build, and here you can see I have two agents. You can also create workflows. I'm going to do a separate video on that. You can access all the models that you have deployed. You can fine tune models. You have different tools available, knowledge sources. This is similar to what we had previously in Foundry, but now the new feature that we have is you can quickly create an agent that you can now deploy in M365 Copilot. So here, to show you quickly, I have created this agent. It's called New Foundry Agent. I'm using GPT 4.1. That's one of the model I've deployed here for this project. I have this instructions. It's not connected to anything else. I'm not connected to any knowledge or any tools. The only tool that it has is it has web search capability, and it basically helps users plan their trips. So that's the only instruction I have given. Just to show you how it works, I can say, hi, can you help me plan a trip to Greece? So here, when I ask a question like this, and you can see it's based on what I'm asking, it's asking me counter questions just so that it can provide more detailed response. I can say 10 days in summer, no constraint on budget. And you can see now it's creating this detailed itinerary for me. So this is what it does. It won't give me response to any other question. So if I say something like, can you tell me capital of France? And you can see it's saying, I can only help you plan a trip to France. This is because in the instruction, I clearly have said, do not answer any questions that are not related to trip planning or vacation. So that's the reason it's not responding to any other question. So that's the agent I have so far. And this is a very straightforward, simple agent. So once you have created your agent, now you can first publish it right here. So in my case, I've not made any changes, so it's grayed out. But you can come here, save your changes, and then when you're ready, after testing or after making sure your agent is working as expected, you can click on publish updates. And then once you have published, you'll see this button here, or the option here to publish to Teams and Microsoft M365 Copilot. So you click here. Once you click here, it's going to ask you to create a Azure bot service. You can directly create it from here. So in here, you can create a bot service directly. If you already have a bot service, you can use that. It will show up here. Or you can create it by going to your resource group and then creating a new Azure bot service. As long as it's in a global region, you should be able to see it here. So once you create that, you have to give it a name. So in my case, I've already called this trip planner. So I'm not going to publish this, but you give it a name. Make sure you add a short description. So I can say this agent helps with trip planning. And then I can provide a full description, developer name. I'll put my name. Make sure these are all required fields. So make sure you have filled out every single field. Otherwise, it won't allow you to publish. So Microsoft.com. I can put the same thing here. And once this is done, click on prepare agent. I'm not going to do that because I've already published my agent. And then finally, you'll ask you if you want to publish it just for your tenant or make it available to everyone in Teams app store. So you can choose the scope of your for your agent and then click on submit. So once you submit it, give it a few minutes and then you'll see your agent under here. So you can go to all agents, click on see more, and this is the agent I just created. So Foundry Trip Planner agent. This might take, it took me like 5 minutes for this agent to show up. So just be patient, do not redeploy the agent. But once you publish it, it should show up here as well as in Teams. So you can see this is the agent I have in Teams. You can go to, I think I removed it from here, but I can do the same thing. I can come to App Store, see all, or I can maybe find it here. Right here. So Foundry app agent. So you can see this agent is also available in Teams. So I can just come here. It does open directly in M365 Copilot. So you can pin it and then you can ask the same question here. So like I can say, can you help me plan a trip to, let's say, Brazil for 10 days. And it's going to then use whatever tools you have connected in Foundry and then provide a response here. So you can see it's asking counter questions just so that it can provide a more detailed response. So my interest would be to see Rio and Sao Paulo, mid-range hotels, and must-see attractions. So you can see now it's working properly. Once you deploy, it will show, and then you can start using your agent now in M365 Copilot. One thing to also keep in mind is once you create your agent in Foundry, so here you can see it's created this response. So going back to the Foundry, once you create your project here in Foundry, it will create a resource group. So here is my resource group that it created. So you can see I can come back here and look for the resource group. And within this resource group, it will put the Azure bot service that it created. One thing I had to do extra here in order to get this working is make sure you click on the bot service and then check the role assignment for this service. So there are different roles that are available. So by default, you need to assign this manage identity role to this service that to this user that gets created. So make sure that you do that in order to get your agent to work. Sometimes it's not doing it, and this was causing some issues when I tried creating it for the first time. So make sure to assign this manage identity type to the users that gets created when you create the Azure bot service. So with that, I will end today's video. Just wanted to keep it short and quickly show you this new feature now, which allows you to publish your Azure Foundry bots in M365 Copilot. So this opens up a lot of possibilities. You can obviously use any knowledge, any tools that are available in Azure Foundry to create more complex bots. But for today's video, I wanted to keep it simple just so that I could show you this new feature of how you can easily use M365 Copilot as a channel for Foundry agents. Thanks for watching. And if you have any questions, do let me know. Thank you very much.